Jimenez is selected by 43% of players. 2 Liverpool defenders have also been selected by 40% of teams. Claudio Bravo? 0.0%. So have you thought or looked at the 0% selected players? That's what I'm here to show you today. Some of these players are actually in contention to start for their team, and quite cheap, so keep your eyes peeled. But with this team starting, you would have 14 million left in the bank. Just chuck Salah on the bench, why not? Starting in goals, we have Claudio Bravo at 0.0% selected due to a lack of match fitness. A goalkeeper with a lack of fitness. That's definitely a triple captain for me. There's goalkeepers that haven't played for 3 to 4 seasons, yet Claudio has bad fitness after 1. Maybe too many beers during the summer. Bravo. Bravo. First defender is Joel Matip with 0.9% selected. It is unclear whether or not he will start, but after a good second half of the season, he might be the cheaper Van Dijk option. So just Matip might be good. Second defender with 0.9% selected is Laurent Koscielny. Again, might not start if his ankles are made out of Weetabix again, but if he is fit, then he probably will start. So to have a top 6 team defender and captain at 0% selected is quite mad. Steve Cook, unfortunately only cooking to 0.6% of players. He can play all along the defence and captain Bournemouth in the last few games of the season, so could be a good choice. Why don't you come on home, Jan Valery? Apparently he's only coming home to 0.8% of players after being consistent starter since January and even banging 2 top corner screamers in 2 games. More banging than I'll ever do. What if I told you there was a winger playing for the best team in the league at 8.5 million after scoring an average of 150 points in his last 6 seasons at 0.9% selected? You're right, I'm obviously lying. Riyad Mahrez is actually only selected by 0.8% of teams. Now yes, obviously he doesn't get to play full games or hardly any games at all actually, but if Leroy Sané goes to Munich, then this guy is a guy and might be the guy. This choice is actually gross. No, I mean it's Pascal Gross at 0.7% selected. He did have an injury last season, but he could be the main creator at Brighton with a much more attacking approach with Graham. Why did you leave us, Potter? You might be mad at me for this, but the third midfielder is Xherdan Shaqiri at 0.4% selected. He obviously won't get that many minutes, but at the start of the season when Salah and Mane might need a break from AFCON, no, not African Convention, African Cup of Nations, Shaqiri might play a vital part at the start. Fourth but not final midfielder is Arsenal legend Theo Walcott, only selected by 0.7%, and even though he's not always first choice, with Everton's very good first run of fixtures, I think you should definitely get on it. The last but cheap midfielder is 5.5 million, 0.9% selected Demarai Gray. He will get minutes and goal contributions, so at 5.5 mil, could at least be a very good bench player for rotation. And the final player in this 0% selected team is Andre Gray at 0.7% selected. And yes, I know Dini and Deulofeu are probably first choice, so he's in a bit of a grey area, but at 6 million, he might be a decent rotation and pick up some goals. So there you have it, this is the 0% selected team. Alright, I know half the players were 0.9% selected, but the only 0.0% selected player is Bravo. And again, how does a goalkeeper have a lack of fitness? Some of these players might be worth looking at, especially for rotation, because in FPL, it's not just about the most points, it's about getting more points than other people, and that usually happens from surprise players that aren't picked by many, like 0%, getting some decent points, even at decent prices. If you also weren't aware, I didn't choose any newly added players because they would obviously have a quite low selection rate, but there we have it. So thanks for watching. Show justice for Bravo by putting him in your team and at least get the boy up to 0.1%. And remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.